Imagine a guitarist so extraordinary that even a legend like George Harrison couldn't help but sing their praises. But here's where it gets controversial. While Harrison is celebrated as one of the greatest guitarists of all time, he himself believed someone else deserved that title. Intrigued? Let's dive in. On Wednesday, October 15th, 2025, the world still echoes with the brilliance of George Harrison, the Beatles. Mastermind whose solos and songs, like Something and While My Guitar Gently Weeps, cemented his place among the musical elite. Harrison didn't just ride the wave of the Beatles' genius, he elevated it, infusing his work with guitar lines that were as innovative as they were captivating. Yet, despite his undeniable talent, Harrison remained humble, often deflecting praise to the artists who inspired him. Harrison was never one to hide his admiration for his heroes. He openly revered Chet Atkins, Perkins, and Gary Moore, crediting them as the foundation of his own style. Unlike some artists who claim their talent is self-made, Harrison was quick to acknowledge the giants whose shoulders he stood on. And this is the part most people miss. His influences weren't just about technique. They shaped his entire philosophy of music. His taste, however, was distinctly classic. In an era dominated by experimental sounds and studio tricks, Harrison preferred the raw, timeless tones of artists like Little Richard and Larry Williams. He famously dismissed the late 60s trend of distorted Les Paul guitars, stating, "I like more subtlety, like Cooder and Eric Clapton." For Harrison, it wasn't about flashy pedals or studio magic. It was about the pure, unadulterated sound of the guitar. Speaking of Clapton, here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. Despite their tumultuous relationship, marked by Clapton's secret love for Harrison's wife, Pattie Boyd, and the heart-wrenching song Layla, Harrison's admiration for Clapton never wavered. He once declared, "Eric is fantastic. He could blow all those people off the stage if he wanted to, but he's more subtle than that." This unwavering respect is a testament to Clapton's impact on Harrison, both personally and musically. Clapton's influence was so profound that Harrison even invited him to contribute to While My Guitar Gently Weeps, a track that became a masterpiece in part because of Clapton's raw, emotive playing. As Harrison once said, "Sometimes it's not what you do, it's what you don't do that counts." He valued restraint and precision over excess, believing that a few perfectly placed notes could outshine a flurry of aimless ones. For him, Clapton embodied this philosophy perfectly. Here's the bold question. If George Harrison, a guitarist widely regarded as one of the best, consistently placed Clapton above himself, does that make Clapton the undisputed greatest? Or is Harrison's humility blinding him to his own genius? Let's spark a debate in the comments. Who do you think deserves the crown? And why? One thing's for sure, in the world of guitar legends, this conversation is far from over.